Well, hello and welcome. My name is Velma. You can connect with me at velmanolds.com. This is all about your leadership chat. What does that mean? You get to listen in on valuable insights from valuable leaders just like you. I want to encourage you to go ahead and subscribe so that you never miss another episode. And if this is of value to you, please share the nuggets that you're going to take away from all these great leaders. Hey, please give a big welcome to my special guest and your valuable leader, Kim Stewart. Hey, Kim, welcome to your leadership chat.
Thank you, Velma. I'm so happy to be here with you today.
Oh, my goodness. I'm so happy to have you here from Texas, right?
That's right, Dallas. Yeah.
Big state of Texas. Okay, so tell me and tell all our listeners, Dallas Cowboys?
Yes, absolutely. Diehard fans. Yeah, we are not fair weather fans, and we've been pretty sad lately about their performance, but we have hope that next year is going to be a better year.
Exactly. No, I mean, truly, when you are a Cowboys fan, and I've got good friends, very, very good friends, diehard Cowboy fans, they said, you know what? It doesn't matter. They are not fair weathered fans. They stand with them when they're tall and they stand with them when they fall. But
yeah, that's so true.
How about them Cowboys? Well, okay.
Right.
I just had to plug that. My Texas friend here. So, Kim, I'm so glad to have you here on your leadership chat. And to kick us off, would you tell the listeners a little bit about you and what you do?
Yeah, you bet. I am a book marketing strategist for Christian authors, and I help them market their books primarily on podcasts. So whether they want to be a guest on podcast and share their book with other people's audiences, or they want to host their own podcast and market their book ongoing to new readers as they start tuning in. I just love everything podcasting, and everything book marketing. So I love to help authors spread the message that God's given them to the people that He called them to serve.
Yeah, no, that's beautiful. And so how long have you been doing, I mean, I know you do marketing strategy and you provide marketing strategy sessions to help people that are authors, even existing authors that have already launched. I mean, you help them too. So tell me about how long have you been doing this?
Gosh, I think I've been doing it since 2015. So about 8 years ago, I guess, is when I got into it. Yeah. So, and I love it. I love reading books of all genres, but especially Christian nonfiction, and just having the author meet me where I'm at in my struggle and then pointing me to God's word. And so, yeah, I got into that and just to support authors in sharing that message, far and wide, like God calls us to. And my background is corporate marketing. So I love just kind of meshing those two and just seeing how I can support authors and getting their message out there. Because as you know, Velma, as an author, you probably enjoy writing a lot more than you do marketing. And I'm just the opposite.
Right. No, that's beautiful. And you know what? What a blessing to all of those that are called to write and to share a message, and to have someone that has that strategy and that insight and understands the platform of how to get those messages out. So I'm just super excited to have you here because several of the guests that I have are authors, and several of the guests that I have on here want to be authors. And so I'm sure there's listeners that want to as well. I think statistically, like, one in every third person wants to write a book or something. So, here's your great chance to have someone help you market it. But okay, but we're here to talk about leadership too. And I've just had so much fun getting to know Kim and to know about her and her beliefs and just learning alongside her. So Kim, my first question for you is, who in your life would you say is a valuable leader, that person that, has made this tremendous impact in your life? And you would say, Velma, Kim would not be the woman she is today without this person. Who is that valuable leader, and why would you say that?
Oh gosh, that so many people come to my mind, but somebody that comes first and foremost is one of my peers in the industry, Krista Hutchins. I don't know if I've connected y'all. I need to probably, Velma. Y'all probably get along really great. But Krista and I met probably, I think, in person at one of the writing conferences way years ago. We used to serve together on the Proverbs 31 online Bible studies team. And we had met online, and then we met in person at a writing conference way back then when I felt the call to write a book. And instead, God kind of showed me, nope, I want you to help market books instead at that time. And I met Krista and she was kind of launching her own business at the same time too. She works full time at in corporate as well.
Mm.
And so I don't know, just there was just something about her when I first met her, just her leadership qualities. And she was helping lead a huge team at Proverbs 31 and pouring into women. And she just has this sense about her that, I mean, she's just a leader, period. But
Mm.
she's really good about helping leaders take all their grandiose ideas that leaders
Right.
often have, right? And their
Right.
visionaries and kind of, mapping those out into doable plans and
Right.
then helping you be accountable to that. And that's really what she does today as a business. But even before that was her business, I could see that in her and
Hmm.
how she poured that into me and helped
Wow.
me when I was starting my business. It made such an impact way back when. And even, today it's making an impact on me. So yeah, Krista Hutchins, and she hosts the Just One Simple Thing podcast.
Right.
And so I think it's a great one for leaders to tune into, and especially for your audience. If
Okay.
anyone out there is, they're working full time and they're leading people and they have a desire in them to write a book, but they might be like, how am I ever going to do this? How am
Right.
I ever going to find the time to do this? Krista is your girl to do that.
Okay.
She'll help you find the time, make the time, and hold you accountable to that
Oh,
time.
good. Okay. I wrote it down because one, thank you for the offer to introduce me. I would love to
Yeah.
meet her and to learn more about Krista. And then I wrote down the podcast because I want to check
Yeah.
it out too. So thank you for
Yeah.
that great resource for me personally and for everybody that's listening in.
Yeah. You bet.
Yeah. And so she's made that big of an impact. And it's interesting that, we could meet people and we never know where we're going to meet them. And then
Hmm.
they make such a lasting impact because of the value they, just pour out as a leader, So
Hmm.
that is so cool. Very nice. Okay. So you know what it means to have a valuable leader in your life that made this impact. Krista is still today making that impact. So, how does Kim impact others to help them to see the value that they have? How do you do that?
Oh gosh, I think just really digging into what you felt God called you to, whether it's in your home or in your professional life. And since we're
Right.
talking about leadership, we'll dig into professional lives. But especially for people that I work with, authors, I think, because they are writers, they feel called to get the words on the paper, but they don't
Yeah.
feel called to marketing just comes really hard for them. But I think just me working with them to show them, there's a reason you were called to write this message. Whether it's going to improve somebody in their spiritual walk and their marriage and their parenting and their leadership, especially
Hmm.
whether they're leading their families or leading a team in a corporate world. It's
Right.
there's a reason you had been given that message and put it into a book or whatever. If you're doing a talk or like we're doing a YouTube video
Yeah.
and podcasting, well, however you've been asked and called to communicate your message, I really want to encourage people to get out there and do that. And so
Hmm.
I feel like that's my calling, to help people as leaders communicate the value they bring. And I think that we don't often see that in ourselves,
Yes.
but we do. I mean, we are an expert in our own right if we've been called to share a message. And so
Right.
I just want to help empower people to do that and to see, the value in the message that they've been asked to, write
Yeah.
about or speak about.
Right.
And just to know that, and to me, Velma, marketing is just helping people. That's all you're doing. It's just getting out there and letting people know you can help them. And
Yeah.
so I feel like that's my responsibility to do for other people, is just to show them, that they have this valuable message,
Hmm.
and it's burning on their heart. And they, I know deep down inside, they want to help somebody else. And it's
Yeah.
just a matter of, getting out there and doing it is not so easy. But yeah, I just love to help people do that in any way I can.
You're right. And you are doing that. And what a great story because you felt like you went to you went to different writers conferences, but you went to conferences with the goal of being the author. And then
Hmm.
you got called to be the one that's going to come alongside the authors and help them get their message out and use the talents that you have. And it just speaks to what real leadership is all about. And it's about taking the gifts that you have and giving those gifts away,
Hmm.
working with others through your gifts versus trying to, be something or do something that's not really your gift. It's not. I
Hmm.
mean, it's not first and foremost your gift. It doesn't mean that it won't be the gift for a different season. But
Hmm.
right now, your season is to help those that have been called to write and share a message, to help them get that message out to the right people. So um and that's what I love about you, is that you always say, I'm being obedient to what I'm being called to do. And I
Hmm.
didn't really didn't even realize how valuable your gift is, but it is. People don't know how to market
Hmm.
themselves in their books, and so that's an awesome thing to be able to do. So you are in the spot, giving great value, being that valuable leader. So Kim, we never know when someone's going to listen to this message, where they're going to be in their season of life. And what I'd like to invite you to do now is share one big takeaway that you would say, Velma, if I could, leave a message with anyone, if they're in this, within the sound of my voice, this is one big takeaway that I would want to share with them. What would that be?
Oh gosh, I think just to get into community, and that's how Belma and I met each other. Is we were in a community within a mastermind, and we just got to know each other, and now here we are. Belma sharing her platform with me and allowing me to serve her audience, and I think that's so important. So, and again, it kind of takes that a little bit of the edge off, as leaders, as we're thinking about how can we communicate our message, whether it's in corporations, it's our brand messaging, or if we are writing a book and we have a message to share, it's so much easier to do it in community than do it by yourself. And so I would
Mhm.
definitely empower everyone to find a couple of people to be in community with, because everybody knows everybody, and it's like,
Mhm.
or they know someone that you need to be introduced to. And I love introducing to people, and just sharing what each of them can bring to the other. And it's not for a selfish benefit, right? But it's just, how can we get out there and us leaders really lock arms together and be able to share the message even further than we
Yeah.
can do alone? And it's just
Mhm.
having somebody to, pour into you, and then you turn around and pour it back into the next person behind you. I think is so
Yes.
important. And you just can't do any of that without community.
Yeah, no, and it is so important. You're right. We are better together, like they say. But, they say if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go further, you go together. And that
Hmm.
speaks volumes to your concept of having community. I mean, that's how we met. And,
Hmm.
we
Absolutely.
we
Yeah.
haven't met in skin, but boy, I feel like virtual hug to Kim, because
Yeah.
I feel like I know you and I've learned so much from you, and I enjoy your company, and you meet those types of people that lift you up on this journey, because we're not meant to travel alone.
Hmm.
We're not
Yeah,
meant to
and who
be
knows? I
lonely.
mean, our paths may have never crossed had we not been
That's right.
in a
In
community together. So I
community.
think even if it's not in any kind of a paid community, there's free LinkedIn groups or Facebook groups or, writers groups. There's all kinds of ways to meet other people
Yeah.
that are doing similar work or even different work. Like us,
Hmm.
we do a lot different things, but we have a lot of things in common. And I
Sure.
think just being open to who God might bring into your path. And again, just seeing how, think about how that person is going to serve you and how you're going to turn around and serve others, but not in a selfish way. Just, be open to anybody that God brings your way, because there's
Yeah.
always something to learn
Mhm.
from other people.
Yeah, no, exactly. And it leads into my final question, which is, people are hearing Kim, maybe some for the first time, and they probably saying, man, just love this lady. I want to know more about her. I want to know how I can connect with her. I want to be able to follow her and just stay close to the things that you're sharing. So how would listeners be able to contact you or connect with you or learn more about what you do?
Yeah, you bet. They could just go to my website. That's the easiest place. It's
Yeah.
kimstewartmarketing.com. And I would love to connect with you there on the website, or you can connect with me on my socials, and they're all linked up there on my website.
Right. Right. And you also have a podcast. So
I do. Yes.
listen
Thank you,
up.
Velva. I host the Book Marketing Mania podcast. So if you would love to learn any tips and tricks about marketing your book, whether you're just building your platform and just kind of got that book idea and starting to jot down some words, or you're long past your book launch and you're trying to figure out how to still keep that book in front of new readers, I would love to help you and love you to tune in to the show. It's I have some solo episodes and I have some fabulous guests too. So yeah, lots of encouragement there on your book marketing journey.
Yeah, awesome. Awesome. Well, Kim, it's been so good to sit down and chat with you, have you share some things about what you do and how you add value to others as a valuable leader yourself. So I can't thank you enough for being open to just join me and the listeners today.
Thank you so much, Velma, for having me. It was such a pleasure.
Hey, thanks so much for watching another episode of Your Leadership Chat. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button here and tap that bell icon so that you never miss another episode. I hope too that you'll give us a thumbs up on the video for a like. And then if you feel led, please share the video with those who need to see it. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time on Your Leadership Chat. Bye for now.